He went a little ham there. It's okay. job, guys. That was good. That was good. Tough fight. Holy fuck. Those glint blades came in clutch. Those glint blades were doing the most damage out of everything I probably had. Oh, man. All for 5 sigil points, huh? Interesting. Yeah. Well played. We were Gucci. You know, that's a tough boss, but he does have very telegraphed attacks. The most difficult thing I think about that boss is the AoE that happens. The tornado AoE has knocked me probably more than the boss, actually. Getting caught in the tornado AoE because you don't run when he's like obviously a nuclear time bomb detonating. So I think that is important to keep in mind. It's not a difficult boss per se, but it can be challenging if you don't read the attacks. But if you read the attacks, I mean, is it really that much more difficult than, for example, Night Lord, like the final boss? I don't think so. You know, I don't really I don't think so. Wow, level 11 Equilibrious Beast, that's pretty impressive. That guy have dual Eleonoras? Wow, he did. And Rivers of Blood? That's crazy. Keeping Zhao. Yeah, I mean, that's a tough boss. I think Duchess really makes things. Give Witch's Brooch. Huh. Yeah, fun fight. Difficult fight. These are the relics I was rocking. Chilling Mist. I feel like Chilling Mist just comes in handy. Being able to apply Frostbite and rocking with that dagger throughout the whole run, especially on this boss who's weak, I think, to Frost and Poison. Having this as well, starting armament, inflicting poison, and then, you know, obviously increasing attack power. And then this one I thought was kind of a good thing for this boss because it can be kind of a long fight. Having that extra vigor, I think, probably helped me in multiple situations. Also, I think I had a few damage negation. I really like damage negation, especially on Duchess. Like successful attacks negate damage, or taking damage negates damage, or negated damage at full HP, anything like that. But I prefer the successive attacks just because it's usually when you are in the middle of an attack chain when you might get caught with Duchess. So having those as passives from any weapons that are picked up throughout the run is huge. Also trying to keep it simple. Like, I found that I've had similar runs where I've gotten overwhelmed with like what weapons to take and when to do what. Like, definitely use your weapon art. Find something that you can deal consistent damage at a comfortable range. Like if you're playing Duchess, the Holy Blade, or Reduvia, or Blade of Death. Blade of Death, I don't know, and the Holy Blade, I don't know how much I'd recommend, just because of the fact that there's quite a wind-up and you can get caught. But definitely, if you don't spam it, I was kind of spamming it at a couple times in that fight, and I think I got caught once doing it at the end there. But, I mean, the Reduvia's Blade, I don't know if this boss is weak to bleed. I think they're immune to, like, bleed, but it still does pretty good damage at, you can fire out pretty quickly, and, you know, you'll be able to do consistent damage. Also, those glint blades, for one like this, like, if you find that, pick it up. Don't even think about it. Like, having those glint blades is huge in this fight. I barely ever find the glint blades as a passive, but if you get them, pick them up, because it's huge. Any of the stuff while walking, I think, is also okay, because if you're healing and then the boss swarms you and, you know, he might get caught. But the glint blades is definitely, in my opinion, in most cases in this game, the better option. Yeah. So I mean, that was fun. I mean, it was a fun fight. Difficult fight, really a difficult fight. So yeah, that's Duchess. I did it yesterday with Iron Eye, but you know, I felt like, okay, if I beat the boss with Iron Eye, I'm just kind of playing a little bit comfortably, a little bit passively. And like, that was a team that understood the assignment, right? Like, that's a boss that you kind of have to either chip down at a distance with Iron Eye, right? Maybe Recluse, but I don't know if I would recommend Recluse too much, because Recluse, I think, is a little squishier than Iron Eye, and the damage isn't quite as consistent. Let's see, Iron Eye, HP is C, Recluse D. Yeah, so Recluse, Revenant are the squishiest. Iron Eye and Duchess are kind of in line with each other, right? Guardian is obviously the most tanky. Wilder and Raider are both up there. Executor being somewhere in the middle. But yeah, fun fight, good fight.